What's up everybody, Shiranui here. Hope you guys are safe during this COVID-19 period. Finally, I have time to create this video. I was so busy until now. I was busy with work. I've been playing casually this league and I'm playing Doryani. I posted a video about it a few weeks ago. This league, she's called One Punch Cats. We managed to level up her to level 94 in this league and able to get to Awakening level 8. So let's jump right in. Here's the gears that I've been wearing so far. This will be our main glove, Doryani Fist, and socketed with Awakening, increased area effect, 45, Fist of War, the new gem that we have in this league, which is kind of awesome. Unfortunately, it doesn't change the visual of Doryani Touch, it just increased the area and the damage of it. Yeah, that's kind of sad. I was expecting this to change before this, but yeah. And the next one is is elemental damage attacks. And for bosses swapping, don't forget about concentrated effect support. This one is for main boss fighting. As for the next one, we will go straight to the armor because this is our movement skill. We'll be using shield charge for our movement skill right here, socketed with cast on crit and faster attacks, and then war attacks along with wave of commission. Oh, we got one more here. Increase critical strike support just to have a consistency critical strikes whenever we charge around and move around. The reason why we are using for commission is because of the exposure that applies negative 25% of elemental damage resistance. And along with vortex as well is to create a vortex around us whenever we charge into it. So it chills and frees the mobs around us as well. So it does help us in terms of survivability right there. As for the auras, we will be using Wrath, Hurrah of Thunder, and Blood and Sand, along with Enlightened support. You don't really need Enlightened if you have a ring that have a non-channeling skill, have minus total mana cost, but yeah, I kind of screw up my gears at the end of the league, so that's the reason why I needed this one, just to have enough mana pool for me to run around and slam skills around. Then for a buff here, Essential War Chief and then Culling Strike along with Berserk. I only use this whenever I'm fighting a boss or something and very situational kind of thing. Yes, this one is just for a burst moment. Yeah, I don't really use it on normal mobs because it's not necessary, it's too overkill. As for the defensive, I'm using Steel Skin on my left click. So whenever I move, it does activate my Steel Skin here. Yeah, the downside is I couldn't trigger this whenever I need to, so it's kind of like it's so random. Just for a bit of convenience, that's why I put it right here. If you don't want, you can want to trigger it manually, you can just put it right here. Just set this as movement and set this one to Steel Skin. Okay. Along with increased duration support, this allows us to survive even longer. You got 3 seconds after you activated the Steel Skin. And followed by second wind support, it does decrease the cooldown for Steel Skin, so it's good to have this one here. And of course, don't forget about War Cries. I tried most of the War Cries right here. I even tried to get this one as well. Call to Arms. All using War Cries are instant. And I tried to put it on my left click. Apparently, it took quite a lot of investment to get all the way down here to have a better war cry, and it doesn't go well in this build. So that's the reason why I did the instant war cry build, and then I switched to this one, which is I gonna trigger it manually. It acts as a recovery kind of thing. It's like a additional potion for me. So whenever my HP is low, my life is low, I can just trigger this skill to get some healing out of it, and it does give me some endurance charges along the way. So let's get to our gears. You need Doryani Fist for Doryani Touch, so get this. And then we go to our belt right here. So yeah, we are getting the Steven Grasp because of the additional jewel socket right here. And don't forget to get the one with the Crusader prefix right here because of the increased lightning damage. Yes, you need that because it does boost our damage quite a lot. And of course, get life as well, and then a bit of resistance. And yeah, if you can get the highest increased elemental damage attack skill, is kind of cool as well. As for the boots, it's better to get the Redeemer one because of the 10% to gain elusive on critical strike. Yeah, we are kind of critting quite often, so it's easy to trigger elusive on critical strike as well because we need the dodge attacks and dodge spells to survive. So yeah, it's a must to get that if it's possible. And as for additional mods, will be like resistance and movement speed, and don't forget about the life as well. And as for the armor, we'll be using Carcass Jack. Yeah, it's kind of simple and straightforward. We wanted to have the life, resistance, and of course the increased area effect and increased area damage. Yeah, we don't care about the energy thing because we don't need energy shield for that. And for the helmet, we're gonna get life, some resistance, and some damage if you want to. Make sure you get warlords if you want the damage itself, as in the global critical strike multiplier and increased elemental damage. I don't really need the maximum power charge, but yeah, apparently it's just here, so I will just use it because we don't have way to sustain our power charge other than killing. Yeah, we have to kill something to get power charge. As for the shield right here, yes, you can get whatever you want as long as it does give us a maximum of life and then 2 minimum frenzy charges. And we kinda crafted 6% of lightning damage as extra chaos damage. As for amulet, we needed this. It's a mandatory item, so we are playing on a critical unarmed build, so we needed this because of the mods right here. Unarmed attack to get critical strike chance, and all the claw modifier will apply to unarmed as well, except for critical multiplier, and that's kind of imbalance if we have that. So doesn't matter, we kind of get our critical multiplier from elsewhere. And as for the ring, yeah, I kind of screwed this up at the end of the league. I had almost a perfect ring before this, and then because of my greediness, I went to harvest crafting. I kind of broke the entire ring, so I have to recraft the entire ring again, and I have to switch some of the gears right here. That's the reason why I'm using Enlighten, because of the mana issue, and I have not much of intelligence thanks to that. Yeah, I had an intelligence mod on the ring itself before this, so yeah, I have no choice, and this is how it is, so I have to work the other way around. As for the second ring, right, we'll be using Vermilion ring thanks to the 7% increased maximum of life. Yeah, we wanted this one because we actually have not much of a life nodes on our tree, so we have to rely on our gears to get more life. And these are the flasks that I'm using right now. Diamond flask for more consistency critical strike chance, and then Steamite flask for more survivability, Quartz flask for more survivability as well, and Silver flask for onslaught and the critical strike chance during flask effect. The last one, I'll be using Divine flask for healing, instant recovery, remove immunity to ignite. Yeah, I have immunity to corrupted blood on my Javel, so I don't need to have immunity right here. As for Pantheon, we are using Soul of the Brine King. Yes, we just want that because of the reduced chill effect on Earth, and then cannot be stunned again when we got stunned in the past 2 seconds, which is kind of important to us so that we can get away from anything. As for the secondary one, we'll be using Soul of Rastala. Yeah, because of the life flask, we already have one, and sometimes I kind of panic in a way. I press a lot of times, so I kind of spam my life flask quite often. So I needed this quite often. Yeah. And this is our skill tree. First of all, we're gonna get Berserker first, and then later on we're gonna pick up Inquisitor because we wanted Berserker for more the attack speed and then movement speed as well for all your mappings and stuff. So get this as soon as possible. It does help you in terms of clearing and stuff. So whenever you got more skill point to spare, you can spare it on Inquisitor nodes after that, and then later on we get to Path of the Templar just to get it off all the redundant node right here. So the reason why we are here taking the higher up here, the higher nodes right here, because we want the intelligence here so that we can reduce the burden of getting intelligence on our gears to get to 155. So we need to get at least 155 intelligence to use Wraith and the other skill gems as well, and pick up these nodes right here because we need more area effect of damage and then life nodes. And this one is kind of cool because this one we really need it, and same goes to these two as well. Whatever that relevance to our build, just pick it up along the way. And this one is the decent balling that we'll be using. This one apparently, yeah, in this league they nerf quite a lot of critical multipliers, so yeah, it kind of tough for us to get some damage right here, but we still managed to do that thanks to our custom jewels. Thanks to that, Scion has become more flexibility in terms of like creating any builds. Thanks to custom jewel, it does makes our dream came true. So get this one later on. If you have money to spare, get the last custom jewel right here. Get the one with Thunderstruck and then Disoriented Display, and the last one is Snowstorm. Yeah, we wanted this one first because we can shock their enemies and it will knock it back. So get this one for your survivability. It will definitely help out with your damage and critical strike chance, and then a bit of survivability thanks to our elemental skill right here. Doryani touches the elemental skill, so whenever you use them, you does have a 10% chance to blind your enemies nearby. As for Snowstorm, you got 10% of lightning damage as extra cold damage against chilled enemies. That's the reason why our gears, we need to have one gear that have cold damage to attacks to trigger this one. So it does not show here quite much, but it does show in POB quite a lot. So it's better to have this one to get more damage right here. You cannot rely on pure lightning damage. You need to get more higher damage, which means that you need to get more elemental damage from other source as well. Either it can be fire, it can be cold, but in this case cold is a lot easier. So rely on cold is not a bad idea as well. As for the medium cluster jewel, you can get whenever you have the currency. So this one is rather costly. Yeah, costlier than the other jewels right there. Apparently rare jewels in this league is not that expensive. I bought a lot of the same stats jewel, which has lightning damage and have melee critical strike multiplier and increased maximum of life. It does cost from 20 chaos to 70 chaos. That's the maximum I bought once. I got 3 of these, man. So I got 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yeah. And 5. No, it's C, right? I got 5 here. And yeah, that's how many it is. As for the stats for medium cluster jewel, get the one with magnifier because of the increased area effect, and critical strike multiplier. This is where we get our critical strike multiplier from, and from the rare jewels as well. As for the other one, pressure points. Yes, so you need to get at least a few, so don't get only one. So if you plan to get only one, do not get this. It's kind of hard for you to trigger 5% to get double damage. Yeah, you need at least a few of these to get this one easier to trigger. As for the small one, yeah, I'm getting this because of this one fertile. As you can see, our tree, we don't have much of life nodes right here. I mean, we have, but we can't take it because it's kind of too far from us. So yeah, we have to rely on our gears to get some life. I got this by drop, I believe, so that's why I've been using this one. If I don't use this, I can just use a rare jewel, which is kind of okay as well. And to the right side, so yeah, we have to have one Watcher's Eye because of the increased critical strike chance while affected by Wrath. Yeah, we have to have that because our global critical strike chance is kind of low without it. So if we have this, it does increase quite a lot of stuff. So get this if possible. And of course, if you can, get the Corrupted Blood mod. Yeah, I actually bought this at the end of the league. You know how much is it? It just cost me about 20 chaos. 20 chaos, man. And I bought this at the start of the league for 2 exalted. Yeah, that's how big difference is it. So I guess everything is too expensive at the league start, so that's pretty normal. And as for the other jewels, it's just same. Yeah, just get increased damage or whatever, lightning damage, and then melee critical strike chance multiplier and life. Definitely you need life. Regardless what, get the jewels with life. And this is the node that I'm wasted. So if you got a better gears that have increased intelligence, so this one you can just ditch it and put it right here. You got more life right here. You got 6% more life. As for this jewel, we're gonna get Sadist, Overshock, and Disoriented Display. Yes, actually this one you can switch to Snowstorm if you can get it. With these 3 combination with Snowstorm, right, it's kind of expensive, so that's the reason why I'm getting this one instead. So Sadist is a must because we actually have some fire, cold, and lightning damage right here, so which is kind of great. We can chill, we can ignite, and we can shock. So whenever we trigger any of these elements, right, we get to increase our elemental damage by kind of a lot right here. It got like 50, 60, 70. We got 70% right here. And then same goes to the Overshock right here. You got more lightning damage, and you does increase your shock. Increased damage can take it out by maximum of 60%. And as for this medium jewel, we're gonna get Eye of the Storm along with Magnifier. We're not gonna get Pressure Boys because of this one. I wanted to get more effect of this one. We got critical strike chance here, and we got effect of chill and effect of shocks from here, which is kind of cool as well. I think that's about it. The 3 is kind of straightforward. The only thing that difference is our custom jewels right here and our rare jewels. So try to get the close as possible if you can. Yeah, and remember to pick up all the life nodes here, the nearby ones, because we really need some life on the tree itself. Oh yeah, by the way, thanks to our amulet right this here, we're able to get the claw nodes from this one. Yeah, we actually need this node because of the attack damage that leech life and mana, and we got some attack speed from here as well, and some damage here as well, which is kind of cool. So this is it, and that's about it. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me at a comment down below. I will definitely answer them. And thanks for dropping by on my stream as well. Yes, I do stream on Twitch, but I do self stream only, but I don't stream there quite often because I'm kind of casual. So yeah, if you kind of like it, you can go there and check me out. You might find me there by chance. Thanks for dropping by again, and I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, by the way, do subscribe to this channel. It does help me a lot. Yeah, even though I don't post quite often. And do drop me a like if you like this kind of content. I will do more of this in the future, definitely. Yeah, gaming content, yes, you'll be here more. So I'm gonna leave you guys here with all the Shaper and Guardian skills along with Sirus as well. Hope you guys are enjoying that, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. far. That's cheating. Go away. ちょっと待って Oh no, what the hell? Great! Fuck off, man! Don't hug! No time for hugging! Oh my god, this is not that great!